While we send our prayers and condolences to the families, there's going to be times where there will be stories that will be told about each one of the victims. But there's stories that will need to be told about everyone else as well. All of the first responders that rushed towards that fire and put their lives on the line. The employees of Grade A Auto Parts, one who tackled another employee in order to save his life, and then he got up and pulled the other one through the fire to get out. How Sean Garber has taken care of his employees, and his heart's just pouring out to them. He's doing everything he can to make sure that they get taken care of. But one of the things I do want to talk about is our victim services unit and how they were there from the very beginning to make sure that the families were taken care of in any way that we could. From the moment this crash happened, the victim services unit stood up the family assistance center over at our training academy. And what they did was they made sure that all of the questions that we could answer, even though they were few, got answered for the families. They made sure that the families ate. They made sure they had something to drink. They made sure that they could help connect them to the victims that were at the hospital. They kept them informed and they comforted them as much as possible. And when it came time for the end of the night, when we knew that there was no more work to be done that particular night, and we were not going to be able to give them any more information, they were talking about asking them to go home, pet your dog, hug your kids, get a little bit of rest if you can. And so what I told them is, okay to shut this down for the night. And they said, nope, we're going to stay here all night because if somebody shows up at 3 o'clock in the morning, we need to be here for them. And so for 2 days, our victim services unit worked 24 hours. And they stayed there making sure that anyone who needed anything had a resource that they could reach out to. And we hope that that type of service gave them just a little bit of comfort in the worst days of their life. And that's the type of work that you see from public service. That's what public service is about. It's about a test of character in the worst times possible and being able to be there for people when they need it the most. And I think that's what we saw, not just from LMPD, not just from the fire department, but we saw it from the average citizen, the average friend, the average family member, who, when their character was tested, they stepped up and showed what Louisville's all about.